5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boys and girls, it's time! With a record of helping over 1,000 students in math, Coach Seifel's here. So let's get ready to rumble!
What's up, everybody? What's up? All right. Before we start, do me a favor, guys. Just like and share this video. You can get a sharer badge. That'll be quite cool. Onto your name. I want to say, guys, it's been 8 weeks of me teaching you over the last few months, 2 months already, guys. It's quite long, yeah. I hope you all are doing better in your math. I certainly enjoyed teaching the classes every single week. Some of you are sitting for the prelims, or maybe have already set for the prelims, right? So do me a favor, can you type into the chat, have you all actually gotten your results? Hi, happy birthday Shakir, happy birthday to you, alright. Kishka, hello, hi Isaac, hi, wow, I'm a bit breathless today. Nazarul, hello, hi Rehan, hello. Wow, so many people today. Okay, we have about 60, 70 people who are on right now. Not as many as usual, right? But it's okay. You guys are the ones who are here, and you guys are the ones that have my full attention. Okay, so we are gonna go into, wow, 64. That's quite good, all right? That's quite good. 38, yeah. How many, but I haven't asked it already automatic, yeah? How many more days to the PSLE paper? How many more days, guys? How many more days are we to the PSLE paper? Give me a second, let me take something. We are 39 days away from the math paper, but we are 38 days from the PSLE. Cannot hear. Are you all sure cannot hear? If you cannot hear, how to say? You need to turn on your louder because I'm already maxed out already, guys. I'm already maxed out. Let me confirm, everything's maxed out. Yep. So, as usual, guys, we are going to go through into a new topic today. We are going to go into number patterns. Let me just share with you my screen. Alright, okay, so today we're going to learn number patterns, which is something that a lot of students don't like. I want to share, as usual, number one, we have to remember our rules, right? Our rules are what? Number one, right? Why is it white? Okay. Okay, let's say number one, our first rule is, what? Do not write down, comment anything that is irrelevant. And also, please do not say the word, oh, that's irrelevant. That's very, very frustrating for a lot of students and very, very irritating for me as well, okay? Do not do that. Do not comment irrelevant things. Number two, right? Do not spam, of course. So if you want to answer it, just put the answer once. You have to put it 3-5 times, okay? Number three, make sure that you focus on the lesson, okay? Number four, yeah, I forgot all my rules already, but these are the main ones, okay? Do not comment irrelevant things, do not spam, and focus on the lesson, okay? So, good. I see some of your prelims are finished. Some of you are finished. It's coming up soon. We are very close. I don't know. How do you all feel? Do me a favor, type into the chat. How do you all feel? Yeah, 37 days, that's right. Okay. Prelims finished already. Very good. Today I had one student, one of the parents messaged me and said, wow, this girl, primary 5, not primary 6, she actually scored 97, is it? 96%. Let me show you guys. This message from the mom just came in this afternoon. Let me see. Yeah, 29 out of 30, guys. Can you all see? Yeah. 96% in math. Now that is easy. Right. Okay, so not send GIFs, that's right. Not send GIFs, okay? We don't want any GIFs inside. Okay, so let's begin, everybody. We are going to, you all say, some of you are saying scared, some of you are saying calm, scared for your results, right? Now, don't focus on the negative things that can happen. Just focus on your own goal. Focus on the goal. Remember, aim higher and shoot for the goal. That's it. Make sure that you are focused on what you want. Don't focus on the fear. Because when you focus on the fear, you know what happens? You become very, very scared and you become very paralyzed. You don't move. Okay, right. Let's go. Let's start the questions. Let's start the topic now. We're gonna go into number patterns, guys. Number patterns, and today's topic is gonna be the first part is grid patterns. Okay, grid patterns. Now, this is something that we saw coming out recently in the PSLE. So the method is very simple. You analyze the pattern, right? Let me write this down for you. You analyze the pattern, and then you observe how the sequence repeats itself. Okay, so number pattern is all about repetition, right? Grid patterns tend to be consecutive. Consecutive means what? It means it comes one after the other. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so someone's telling me to talk louder. Okay, I'm gonna talk louder. Okay, so number 2 is repeat a particular multiple for a particular column. So, for example, in this case, we have a multiple of 3. For example, is 3, 6, 9, 12, right? For a particular column. Now, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the grid pattern. So this only applies to grid pattern, guys, not to any other pattern, but grid patterns tend to have a particular multiple. So let me take a look at the first question. It says a table with 4 columns is filled with numbers in a certain pattern, right? The first 4 rows of the table are shown below. Okay, so how do you read this thing, guys? It's very simple. You gotta take a look at the columns first. So columns are the horizontal ones you see here. Column A, B, C, D, right? And the vertical ones, row 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now, very importantly, you must be able to spot what is the pattern. So, from here, can you guys tell me now, what is the pattern that you can see in the grid? Okay, I'm gonna pause for a while. Let me ask you guys, can you see the pattern that is in the grid? Hi Reese. Okay, I'm talking louder, so you should be able to speak. Should be able to hear me. I'm waiting for your answer, guys. Okay, so someone says Zulfa says +1. Okay, so from one number to number is +1, correct? But look at the way that they are actually moving. Are they moving from left to right, up, down? Good. Someone said snake pattern, right? There's a snake pattern. Noriza said snake pattern. Good job, right? So that is actually what we're talking about. We're talking about the snake pattern. So for that girl, what's her name? Noriza, right? Yep. Wait, let me increase my volume. Now it's a bit too loud. Sorry. Okay, so that's right. So what we need to do now is we need to make sure that we are moving in a snake direction. Okay. So let me just show you. So it will go this way. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Left to right. Then it goes down. 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is considered one, that's considered one pattern, right? Left to right. Notice that it repeats itself the same way. 9, 10, 11, 12. It goes down. 13, 14, 15, and 16. So again, it goes in that particular way, right? So we have a left to right, and then we keep moving all the way down to like whatever row we want. It's a snake pattern, correct? So I'm going to write this down. We call this a snake pattern. This is what we saw in the 2019 PSLE lah, okay? Y'all really cannot hear me. Guys, if you can hear me, can you just say, I can hear you, so that I know in the comment section that you also can hear me, right? Someone says I need to lower my volume. It's too loud now. Can someone hear, if y'all can hear me, do me a favor. Can you just type in soft or, loud? Loud meaning you can hear everything I'm saying. Because I need to make sure that I can ensure that everyone can hear me. Do me that favor, guys. Okay, thank you. Can you hear? Okay, thank you very much. All right, so no problem. Those of you who cannot hear me, I don't know, you have to wear earpiece or something. Okay, so let's take a look at the first question. Now, in which column will the number 320 appear? So, how do we do this? A bit soft, that's strange. I've not adjusted anything. Just give me a second, guys. Let me just adjust something, see whether I can increase my volume or something. In the meantime, can you all try the question? The first question, part A. In which column will the number 320 appear? Okay, I see some of you got answers already. Good job. Isaac got column D. Okay, column D, some say column C, some say column B. Okay, so wow, you all do so fast, all three, so fast. Do one by one, guys. Okay, I'm gonna increase my volume to like 90%, okay? Okay, I'll make it 85 lah. If not, it's a bit too soft. Okay, I hope that this is a lot louder now. Okay, let me know if it's louder, guys. Thank you. Okay, so the first one, you all say column D. Okay, let's check. How do you guys do it? 320. Let's see if the answer is correct. 320. Is that the answer? The first answer, oh, it's incorrect, guys. The answer is not column D. So those of you who got it column D as the first answer, unfortunately, that is not correct. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's see. How do we do this, right? And the answer was wrong. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, now, in which column will number 320 appear? So what we notice, right, guys, is that, do you notice that in column A, okay, see, in column A, which is this one over here, right, number 8, the number 8 kind of repeats itself. I mean, it's a multiple of 8. 8, 16, 24, 32, right? Do you realize that? Like the others, there's nothing like that. Now, the reason being, this pattern, this snake pattern happens every 8 numbers. Okay, every 8 numbers. So that means, guys, if we are looking at the number 320, right, for part A, step 1 is we gotta take the number 320 and divide it by the pattern of every 8 numbers. Correct? So we get 40 with no remainder. If there's 40 and no remainder, it means that the answer will land on column A. So it goes 8, 16, 24, 32, and it keeps going, right, all the way until 320. So the answer to question number 1A is actually option A, not column D. A lot of you got to answer column D for some weird reason, okay? Okay, good. So those of you got it correct. Awesome. Good job. That is correct.
That was easy.
That was easy. Okay, cool. Let's move on to question B. Question B, right? In which column will the number 321 appear? So the number is just now next to it. So what would the answer be? Please, I'll give you about 1 minute. Just try it. It should be easy because I already showed you the harder one. Let me choose this blue color. Okay, so I see that some of you are putting B for part B. Okay, all right. So let's take a look. Some of your answers are coming in. You are saying it's column B, all right? Column B. Some say it's column D. So a lot of you say column B, yeah? Is that correct or not? In which column? That sounds not. I thought it was a different answer. Let me take a look. The column A. Okay, I suspect the answer is wrong. Let me just write this down, okay? Let me take a photo of this to send. Okay, let's take a look. The first one, sorry, the second one, option, number 2, part B. Okay, some of you say B, some of you say C, some of you say D, some of you say A. Now, let me go through with you. So if we go through, in which column will the number 321 appear, right? So I repeat just now, if we go in groups of 8, that means there will be 40 rows, right? That means on the row number 40, what will happen? It will be 320, the number will be here. Now notice that after number 8, right, which is here, the number goes down, right? It goes down to 9. It goes down to 9 and then it goes to the right. So if the number 321, right, guys? So what we'll do is we'll do 320 divide by 8 will give you 40 remainder 1, right? So 40 remainder 1 means what? They have one number after the 320th digit, which will be 321 here, right? At the bottom, that will be row number 41. So the answer is still, right? Just now was column A, right? So the answer will still be column A for part B. Now you all see it, right? Okay, so some answer coming in now is saying it's A. So the answer should be A for part B. Okay, so those of you got the answer correct, good job. So there you go.
That was easy.
That was easy. Okay, so those of you are still not getting it, listen properly. Yeah? Step 1 is we got to find the number of rows. Number 2 is we got to look at the snake pattern where exactly it is. All right. Okay, part C. In which column will the number 323 appear? Okay, so I think by now you should be able to do it already. So in which column will 323? So 323 divide by 8 will give me 40 remainder 3, right? So if I go row 40 is 320, then remember we go down row 41, 321, then 322, 323. So the answer will be column C for part C, okay? So correct, some of you got the answer correct. Good job. Those of you got the answer correct. That was easy, right?
That was easy.
It was. Awesome. Okay, so you're getting it, huh? So don't worry, we got a few more questions to practice with so that I know that it's not as easy as it seems. So I've given you a few options to play with, a few games to play with. I mean, a few questions to play with, okay? A table with 5 columns is filled with numbers in a certain pattern. The first 4 rows of the table are shown below. So you take a look, step 1, you're gonna analyze the data. Column A, B, C, D, E, right? It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what happens? It goes down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now it's down. 11, 12, right? So it just keeps going. It's exactly the same snake pattern. So I'll give you about 2 minutes, guys. Can you please try the question? Excuse me. So someone's asking why the first one divide by 8. It's very simple. It's because you repeat every 8 times, every 8 numbers, remember? So same like this one, right? It happens every 10. So you should divide by 10. Those of you who are still doing, you got about another 1 more minute. Don't mind me, I haven't had my lunch, so I'm just taking a munch as you all are doing the questions. Just having some waffles. Okay. Almost time, huh? Some of you got A, some of you got B. The earlier ones, most of you said B, yeah? Okay, let's check. Step 1, what do we do? Remember? We decide how many times, so how many numbers does it take for it to go, for it to go one round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, left to right, down, right to left, and then it stops there, right? It goes down, left to right, and it just keeps going like that. That means that the pattern that we keep seeing must be the first 2 rows, right? So every 10 numbers, you see that? Every 10 numbers, what happens? We see a pattern happening, which is left to right, then down, then right to left. So if 706, what do we do? Step 1, we do 706 divided by 10. Then we get the answer of 70 remainder 6. Correct? Now, so let's say you have 70 remainder 6. I want you to understand what that means. Okay, what it means is that you have 70 groups of 10, right? 70 groups of 10. In one group, how many rows do we have? Remember, we had 2 rows. So if there are 70 rows of 10, that means there will be 70 times 2, right? You get what I mean? There will be 140 rows. So let's imagine, row 140, what will happen? You will see that there would be 700, the number 700, because 70 times, 70 times 10, 10 times, wait, hold on. 10 times 70, yeah, correct. Then it will go down, right? Row 141. So now you see you got remainder 6. So you just continue. 701, 702, 703, 704, 705, and lastly, you got 706, which will be at the bottom over here. So basically, it will mean A, B, C, D, E. So the answer would be, wait a minute. 700. Wait, I think my answer sheet is really wrong. Oh man, yeah. So my answer sheet is wrong. The answer should be E, correct? A lot of you got E, right? Yes. Okay, very good. Those of you got E, good job. The answer is actually correct.
That was easy.
Okay. So I think even the person who is doing my answer sheets got it confused. Okay. So it's just like that, guys. 700 will be that row number. It goes down 701, 702, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer will be row E. Okay, good job. Okay, someone's still saying they don't understand. Okay, let me just quickly show. I just show one more time just to make sure you really, really understand. Okay, so I start from here. 706 divided by 10. That's the first step, right? Why divide by 10? Because every pattern happens, what? Every 10 digits, right? You see that? The pattern happens every 10 digits. Okay? Alamak. Let me just make it clearer for you guys. I want to make sure you all understand. If you all don't understand, it's okay. We will go through one more time. We got a few questions that we have to actually do anyway. So see, column A, it will start from column A, it will go all the way to the right, then it will go down, right? Then it will go all the way to the left. That's considered what? One pattern. Then again, it goes down, left, down, all the way to the left again, right? So that's considered one pattern lah, okay? So these are the 2 patterns. So if you say 706, it means that there's 70 groups of such things. That means, right, if I write here, it'll be easier for you to see, it will be 706 divided by 10 will give you 70, right? That will be row number, what? Not 70, it's row number 140. Why 140? Because each pattern happens over 2 rows, right? Per pattern. Okay, so that means what? You have 70 times 2, right? Row 140. And the number will be 700, okay? So the next row will be row 141. And it will be what? It will be 701, right? So that's remainder 1. 702, remainder 2, and just keep going. 703, 703, 704, 705, and so 706 will be below, right? Remember? left to right, down, right to left. So that will be column E. So that's how we get the answer of column E. Okay. It's okay. I know some of you are still not very sure yet. I explain one more time, right? So we go through. We got like 5 of these questions lah. So it will take some. You can actually take a while to just get the answers first. Okay. Next question. Let's take a look at number 3. Okay. A table with 5 columns is filled with numbers in a certain pattern. The first 3 rows of the table are shown below. Okay. So step 1, what do we do? We have to analyze. Okay. Let's analyze first. What's the pattern we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so it's the exact same thing. So it happens like this. It goes from left all the way to the right, down, then from right all the way back to the left. That's considered what? One pattern. Yeah. One pattern. Then it repeats itself. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, down, all the way until 24. That's our second pattern. That means the pattern happens over 2 rows. One pattern happen over 2 rows. You get it, guys? Okay. So from there, what do? We got to analyze again. We got to do the division and everything. And then we find the answer. Okay. So I will leave it to you to try. Let's give it a shot, guys. Last year, this question came out. So that's why I'm harping on this to make sure that you all understand in case it comes out again. All right, so I'm seeing a lot of different answers. I see all the way from A to F. Okay, so let's go through. Okay, okay, let's check. First step, what do? We analyze, right? So we know it happens over 2 rows and also what? 12 numbers, right? 12 numbers. So now we take a look at the question. They ask you in which column will the number 431 appear. So step 2, we have to divide that number 431 by the pattern of it happening over 12 digits. So divide by 12. Okay, now I want to ask you whether you all understand what I'm doing now. If I do 431 divided by 12, right? If I use my calculator, right, what will happen? Let me show you what I mean, okay? If I use my calculator, 431 divide by 12, I will get what? I will get a decimal point, right? So how am I getting all these remainders? I hope you all know, okay? So if in case you don't know, I'm going to show you. So 431 divide by 12, okay? So you see my calculator? You can see not? This is really, okay, never mind. It's okay. It says 35.91666666667, right? So it's a very difficult number to write down, right? So I'm going to write the first number, which is 35 first. Okay. Now, then I ask myself, if there are 35 groups of 12, how many would that be? 35 times 12. Can you write down that? 35 times 12 is going to be 420, right? Now, you look at the number. Number was 431. And 35 groups of 12 is only 420. So what I do is 431 minus 420 will give me a remainder of 11. So that's why I know that the answer to this question, 431 divided by 12, is 35 remainder 11. So for patterns like this, right, guys, you don't want to use decimal because you won't know what is the remainder. Okay, so that's how we do it. So now let me just show you what I mean. If I get 35 groups, right, that will be what? Row number what? Just to let you know. If it's 2 rows and there are 35 groups, that means it will be 35 times 2, which is 70. So that means that row 70, right, will be my number of 420. Then what happens? Remember, we finished one whole round, right? This is one round. Now I go down, right? Row 71. And there's 11 digits, guys. So that means it's going to be 421, 422, and I just keep going, right? Basically, it will go almost one full round until it reaches the end, but it will not reach column A. Why? Because it's one shot. Okay. So I just write for you here, 429, 430, and 431. Okay. So you can see that it's short of one more to reach one full round because it's remainder 11 and this divided by 12. So the answer to this question will actually be column B, right? So the answer is column B. Let me take a look again. How many of you got the answer correct? Not bad. Quite a few of you got the answer correct. All right. Very good. Very good. Is this question allowed for calculator? Okay. So can you use calculator for this one? It depends really. If the question is a little bit more difficult, for this one, I think most probably you can use calculator. But let's say you are not allowed, then you can just divide. Use your long division, right? No problem. Okay. So those of you who got correct for this one, awesome, guys. Good job.
That was easy.
That was easy.
And his name is John C.
Sorry. I really enjoyed that John Cena thing. Okay, but anyway, so you get it? Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, number 4. Okay, I see what's happening in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna block both of you, okay? Now file and who's the other person? I'm looking for the other person. Oh yeah, that's a good spot. Table with columns, 3 columns, with 4 rows. This one is 3 columns. It's not 4 columns. It's 3 columns, not 4 columns. Okay, be careful. And it's 3 columns and 4 rows, not 4 columns and 4 rows. Okay, so I see some of you are giving me answers already. Column Z or Z, whatever you want to call it. All of you are answering Z, so maybe that is correct. Okay, now I see one saying Y. Some of you are saying why now. Okay, so let's check. Okay, let's check. Okay, now again the same pattern, right, guys? We see 0, 1. Okay, however, oh wait, there's a change in this question. 0, 1, 2. Then it stops there, right, guys? It never actually go down. So it's just a normal 3, 4, 5. It's left to right, that's all. So this one is going to be a lot simpler than the previous one, right? As you can see. So every pattern is how many rows? It's just one row, right? And it happens every 3 numbers, right? Every 3 numbers. So the question asks you, in which column will the number 611 appear, right? So you got to remember something. You got to be very aware that the number column X starts with is 0. It does not start with 1, 2, 3, okay? So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to take, okay, let me give you an example, okay? Let's say if I say the number is 9, right? What happened? You would think that it will land 9 divided by 3 gives you what? 3, right? Exactly whole. So it will land on column Z. However, you notice that number 9 is actually at column X. Why is that so? That is so because the thing is that the number starts with 0. So I will actually do this, guys. If I'm asking for number 9, I will go for 9, but I got to plus 1 digit because the first digit is a 0, right? I get 10. Then I go 10 divided by 3 gives me the remainder, sorry, give me the answer of 3 remainder 1. That means I will have 3 groups, and that means 3 groups meaning it will end at column Z, 1, 2, 3, right? The remainder 1, I will reach at column X. So same goes for 611. What I will do is 611, right? I will divide by 3. No, I won't. I will plus 1 first because why? There is a 0 at the start. So plus 1, I will get 612. Now, then what I do is I do 612 divide by 3. 612 divided by 3 will give me exactly 204. Okay, so 612 divided by 3 will give me exactly 204. So, if it gives me an exact number, where will it end? X, Y, or Z? The answer is it will end exactly here at the Z, column Z. So the answer is column Z, right? That's it. That was easy. Did y'all get it?
That was easy.
Okay, good job. I think a lot of you got the answer. Almost everyone wrote in Z. Yeah. Yes, correct. So good job, right? So that's the idea. The idea is you got to make sure that it starts with 0, right? If it starts with 0, it's a special number. This was the same question, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that came out for the PSLE 2019. It's something like that. It started with 0. Therefore, you have to add 1 to the number that you're looking for, okay? Okay, let me take a look. Make sure everyone understands first. Okay, so yes, correct. The answer is just it will be like if you want number 630, for example, what do? You take 630 plus 1 because the number 1, the first number is always 0. So you take 631 divided by 3, then you find the answer. Okay, that's the same way. So someone's asking, why do we need to plus 1? I just mentioned, you need to plus 1 because the starting is not 1. It starts with 0. Okay, so I think some of you are still a bit confused. I'm going to explain one more time. Okay, let's say we are looking for a number. I'm going to write one of the numbers from here. Okay, so that it becomes very simple. Okay, let's say I choose the number 10, for example. Okay, 10. Okay, I ask you, where will 10 be on this particular table? So you analyze the thing, right? You say, okay, it happens every row and the pattern happens every 3 digits. Every 3 digits. Okay, so let's say you forget that there's a 0 at the front. So what you do is you straight away do 10 divided by 3. Then you get 3 remainder 1. That means what? You will have 3 patterns or 3 groups. So it'll be row 1, row 2, row 3, then remainder 1. Then it should be here, column X, correct? But as you can see, the answer is not at column X. The answer is at column Y. Now, why is that? It's because the first digit in the whole pattern is not 1. The first pattern in the whole digit was 0. That means there will always be one number more than what you are asking for. That is why I will not do this. I will actually say step 1, 10 plus 1. 11. 11 divided by 3 will give me 3 remainder 2. That means that I will have 3, 1, 2, 3 groups. Remainder 2 being that I'll have one digit here followed by a second digit here, giving me the answer of column Y. Okay, so that's the reason why you must plus 1. Why would it be exact if you got no remainder? Because remember, it happens every 3 times, right? So if there's no remainder, it means that you complete is a multiple of 3, right? That means 612 is a multiple of 3. It's a multiple. No, not multiple of 3. That's not what I said. Like, because you see, one pattern happens every 3, you know. So if I can divide exactly and there's no remainder, right? That means it completed the pattern. And the end of the pattern happens at column Z. So that's how I get it, okay? Okay, some of you are still asking me, after divide by 3 and get 204, how do you know it is column Z? Yeah, I repeat one more time, okay? Okay, listen, How you know it's at column Z is because this pattern, right, happens every 3 digits. So, let's say I give you a number that's a multiple of 3. Okay, let's say the number is 12, right? 12 divided by 3 will give me what? 4. Okay, that means that number has completed its pattern. It will be 4 groups of patterns, right? However, the problem with this question is it does not start with 1. It started with 0. So now my number, if I ask you is 12, is no longer the 12th digit in the pattern. It will be the 13th digit because why? The first digit is a 0. So I'll have 13 divided by 3, giving you the answer of 4 remainder 1. That means I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. Remainder 1, that will be my 12. You see, correct, right? 11. Wait a minute. 3, 6, 9, 12. Remainder 13. I'm looking for number 12, correct? So that's the answer. So the answer will be at column X. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, I repeated so many times already, so I'm not going to repeat one more time, okay? Okay, this will be the last version that you all will look at this particular grid pattern, okay? Let's give it a shot, guys. Someone asking, how do you become so smart? And someone answer, yeah, how you want to be like you. Okay, guys, come on. I'm not smart because I'm born smart, okay? I think if you watch my video, you know my story, you will know that I was getting horrible results, like really, really horrible results. And what I did was I did so much practice to the point where I kind of know almost instinctively what the answer is, right? So what I did, remember, I did the 10-year series, which is 10 years of past year papers, of the O-level papers, and I did all 10 papers, every single question, right? That's almost like, I don't know, if each question, if paper have like 50 questions, right, times 10, that's 500 questions. I did 500 questions over 3 months, and I did it on once, not twice, but 3 times. By the end of it, right, I can be like really, really not even smart. By the end of it, I will know almost all the answers, and I kind of absorbed all of it. So same way with all of you guys. Now that you have only about 38 days left, right, what I would suggest to you is continue repeating and doing all the PSLE papers from the last 3 years that you have. That book, no, remember this book? Yeah, you bought this particular book, right, guys? The one, the yearly papers, right? Yeah, you all cannot see anything. This one, are there? Right, the past year papers. So whatever it is, please go and do it. At this point, you all should be doing the yearly papers already, no longer the topical, because the topical is meant for when you have like a lot more time, okay? You'll never see the video before. If you haven't seen the video before, you can go and check out later. Maybe during the break, I'll play it, okay? Then you all can watch the video. That'll be great. I'll play it during the break. Yeah, so if you have the last year papers, the past year papers from 2014, that would be great, yeah? Isaac, I would suggest for you, right, if let's say you are still weak in your topics, then maybe you can still continue doing the topical. But the last like 2 weeks or so, you must start going back into yearly papers. Reason being why? it is because your mind needs to be able to recognize which topics, because in the exam, it will come out different topics, right? So which topics and how to basically answer those topics without knowing that it's from ratio, it's from percentage, it's from algebra or whatever, yeah? Okay, so a lot of people got the answers already. Some people say R, some people say S, some people say Q. Did anyone say T? Let me take a look. Okay, so no one said T lah. Okay, so some people say Q, some people say R, some people say S. Okay, try first. I'll give you guys like 1 more minute, okay? I was talking a lot now. Those of you who got the answer already, can you check for yourself? Maybe you made a careless mistake. I don't know. Oh, by the way, guys, in case you all want to find out more about want to learn past year papers, questions, and all that, right? I'm on my TikTok right now. I'm actually doing every single question in the 2019 paper. Okay, so there's like a huge bunch of people who just came in. I think over like 1,000 people just subscribed to my TikTok in the last 3 days because they want to learn, right? So just don't miss out, guys. Go and follow me on TikTok if you have TikTok, right? If you don't, then too bad. Okay, all right, answer. Time's up. Let's check. Okay, so remember, step 1, we analyze the whole situation. Now, this one is a bit weird because what? It goes around from, not from left to right, right? It goes 3, 2, 1, 0, right? Then what happened? 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my goodness, what's happening here, right? So it goes 3, 2, 1, 0, right? And what happened? It goes 7, 6, 5, 4. Right? It's so weird. It's so weird. Now, however, you know one thing for sure. This thing, does it start with 0 or not? What happened? It starts with 0, right? I mean, it starts with 3, right? But there's a 0, right? You see the whole group, it happens every 4 digits, but the digits are in reverse. Yeah. So that means it goes this way, 3, 2, 1, right? But actually the number, the order should be 0, 1, 2, 3 this way. Okay, so does it follow a pattern? Not really, right? It just goes every 4 digits. So that means we do it, one pattern is equal to 4. One pattern is equal to 4 digits. So what do we divide by? We divide by 4. But do not forget, this one is a 0. That means there will always be one number more. If there's one number more, it's going to be 150 plus 1, because it will mean that there will be 151 digits. Okay, you get it? There'll be 151 digits. So what do we do, guys? 151, we divide by 4. Okay, so let's practice. 151 divided by 4, what do we get? Okay, so I'm going to put in here my calculator. 151 divided by 4. Okay, I'll get a decimal point, right? So 151 divided by 4. Ayo, my calculator got advertisement. It's on my phone. Give me a second. Okay, 151 divided by 4. Okay, so I'll get 37.75. It means that there will be 37 groups, right? 0.75, it means it's remainder 3. Okay, just to make sure you confirm it, you just take 37 multiplied by 4, you get 148, right? 148. So 151 minus 148 will give me a remainder of 3. So that's why I know that the remainder here is going to be 3. Okay, that's just to show you what I mean, okay? You don't have to write that down, okay? Just to show you what it means, okay? So that will be the pattern. So where will this number be, guys? Where will this number be? So notice that no matter what, right, they will always go from right to left, like in this case. So let's take a look. If we get 151 divided by 4, we got 37 groups. That means it will be row number 37. Okay, but don't forget, it will actually end where? It will end at this part lah, right? It will end at this part. Why? Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, let's see. Okay, see, let's say I choose a number. Let's choose a random number that we can see from this particular one. Let's say we chose 13. 13. Okay, step one, what we do? We take 13 plus 1, right? So we get 14, because why? It starts with a 0. 14 divided by 4, 4, 8, 12, right? So we get 3, 13, 14, remainder 2. Wait a minute. Sorry, my answer should be wrong. So I should try to look at 14 actually. Sorry. Give me a second. One more time. Restart. Semula. Okay, so number 1. I repeat that. I'm going to choose number 14. 14, because it starts with 0, it's going to be plus 1. 15, right? Then 15 divided by 4. So 4, 8, 12. There will be 3 groups. 13, 14, 15, remainder 3. So I'm choosing something like will give you the same remainder of 3, right? So what happened, guys? So you see what will happen is that it will go 15 groups, 3 groups. That means it will land here, right? Somewhere here. Then after that, it will land here. Then it will continue 1. Wait a minute. No, correct. That was correct. It will land here. Then 1, 2, 3, correct. Yeah. So same thing here. It will be row number 37, right? It will land exactly at. Hold on, I'm getting a bit confused here. It will 37 multiplied by 4, right? Yeah, by 4. It will be 148. Yeah, it will add 148. So 148 will be here. Then it will go down 149. Then it will go. Hey, wait, the answer is wrong, is it? Correct. Because there's a 0, I forgot. So it will be 147, 148, 149, 150. So the answer actually column R. The answer is column R, sorry. Hey, wait, that means the previous answer is wrong, right? Let me check one more time. Column Z. It's not correct, sorry. This one is wrong. Okay, so the answer here should be column R. Okay, so I understand it's a bit confusing, even I got confused halfway there, okay? But the answer should be column R. Okay, those of you got it correct, awesome.
That was easy.
That was not so easy, but that was quite interesting, okay? So remember that the number will not correspond. Why? Because it's always a 1 more, yeah? There's always 1 more. So the answer will be column R, Okay, so we are almost done with this one. Okay, actually we are done, right? So we are done with this particular grid pattern. Okay, we got about 5 minutes. I'm going to introduce you to a new one, which is the one that is the most commonly tested. It is the sum of a repeated sequence. That means that, the number, let me show you what I mean. Like this, okay? So this is a very common PSLE question. You see this question number 1 here? Take a look. Okay, this one. So the first 12 numbers, there's a mistake there, 12 numbers of a repeated sequence is shown below. What is the sum of the first 403 numbers? Okay, so read this one on top. Okay. It says analyze the pattern, right, and observe for the repeated sequence. So let's take a look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 1, 3, 2, 0, 1, 1, 3, right? Okay, so whatever it is, right? We're going to look, analyze the pattern and observe for the repeated sequence. So I look at this. Is there anything that's repeated or not, guys? Let's see. Is there anything that's repeated? 1, 3, 2, 0. Maybe next one, 1, 3, 2, 0. No, it stops there. 1, 3, 2, 0, 1. Hey, guys, wait a minute. If I draw here, 1, 3, 2, 0, 1. Oh, it repeats 1, 3. It should be what? 2, 0, 1, right? So we see the pattern. What is the pattern? The pattern is 1, 3, 2, 0, 1. Okay, then we ask ourselves, find how many numerals there are for one group of numbers. In this case, how many numbers are there? First, second, third, fourth, fifth. So there are 5 numbers in one group, right? 5 numbers in one group. 5 numbers in one group. Okay, now we read, find the sum of the numerals for one group of numbers. This will allow you to find the number of groups and its sum for any number of numerals. So they ask you, what is the sum of the first 403 numbers? So what do? We know that, okay, it happens every 5 numbers. And in this group of 5, let's find out what is the sum of these numbers. So step 1, So step 1, we gotta write down the sum of these numbers. That would be 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1. 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So that means as a group, the sum is 7. You get it? So that means this one also, the group will be 7. This one also will be 7. So we ask you, what about the first 403 numbers? So our job is to divide it by what? 7 or 5? 7 or 5, guys? Divide by 5. Because why? There are 5 digits per group. You see? There are 5 digits per group. So if there are 5 digits per group, let's find out how many groups of 5 there are. So 403 divided by 5 will give me the answer of 80, remainder something. So 80 times 5 will give me 400. So 401, 402, 403, there will be a remainder of 3. That means there are 3 more digits after the 80th group. Get it? So if there are 80 groups, let's find out first. The first 80 groups, what will the sum of the numbers be? Remember, one group has 7. So 80 times 7. Right here, 80 groups. I put here sum so that you know what I'm talking about. The sum of all the numbers in the 80 groups will be 80 times 7. What's 8 times 7? 56, right? So 560. But don't forget, there is still a remainder of 3. That means after the 80 groups finish, there will still be 1, 2, 3. These 3 digits. So our answer to this question will be 560 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2. So the answer will be 1 plus 3 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus, okay, 566. So the answer will be 566. Can, guys? So that was not too bad.
That was easy.
That was easy. Okay. Yes. Okay. So a lot of you understand, right? So it's not 560, it should be 566. Okay, good. A lot of you got the answer. Okay, so it's already 6 o'clock. Okay, let's take a short break. I think we only have a bit more questions from here, right? Let me check. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, actually quite a lot more. We got 8 more questions. We got 7 questions. Okay, can lah. So let's take a short break, guys. Y'all want to watch the video or not? I don't even know whether I have the video here. Let me check for you. What's it called? Yeah, I don't even have the video here. Yeah. Okay, mind. I will tell you what. I will send you I'll ask you to look for this particular. Let me show you my screen. Yep. Let me share with you how to find my video. Then you can watch it in your own time, okay? Why is there so loud? Oh no. Okay, so you just search for my name. No, cannot. You go to Math Prodigies lah, easier. Okay. So I just show you. Hold on, let me share with you my screen, okay? So some of you who want to watch the video, you can just go to YouTube, search for Math Prodigies. Oh wow, my number of subscribers is a lot now. Just last week it was 1,002. Now it's 1.5. Oh, that's great. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Okay, so Math Prodigies, click on that, right? You should see my video. That's strange. Where is my... Oh, I should adjust something on my video. But basically, I can't find my video. You type it. It's from disaster to distinction, if I'm not mistaken. Disaster to distinctions. Yes, this one. There you go. Who is Saiful Rizal? From disaster to distinctions. Click on this one. Okay. Then you will see my video. Yeah, it's my life story, lah, basically. Yeah.
I really wanted to turn my results in my life around.
Okay, no wonder.
But I
I
just
did this in
didn't
the
know what was
first
the
class,
point
didn't I?
anymore.
So some of you who've been watching.
I'm not signing, okay? Apa nak jadi dengan
be able to remember that you watched this video before when my mom scolded me. Yeah, it's a short film. Like basically, it's my life story, lah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's take a short break, guys. I'll be back in a while. Let's take about 3 more minutes because we kind of spend a lot of time there. Where is this thing? Where's my search button? Yeah, yeah. Teaching the kids some math. Some fun in the background. Me by zoo 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 zoo. We can go teach the kids some math with some meat pie in the background. Yeah. Me by zoo 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 zoo. We can go teach the kids some math with some meat pie in the background. Yeah. Me by zoo.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boys and girls, it's time! With a record of helping over 1,000 students in math, Coach Seifel's here. So let's get ready to rumble!
Come on, guys. Oh, yes. What's up? Okay, we are back. We are back. I just realized that I I didn't mute myself in the background. So you all heard me singing the me pan zoo 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 vibing in the background. It's right. So let's continue where we left off. It's 6:08. We can finish these questions. No problemo. Okay, so the next set, we have this side over here. This question is very similar to the one that we just did, which means that you all should be able to do it. Let's give it a shot. Let's give you about 2 minutes. Yeah, let's give you 1 minute. Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, fine. Let's give it 2 minutes. Can you please give it a shot, guys? 2 minutes starts now. Well, that was fast. Some people answered already. One more minute. All right, so I see some people got answers. Very good, very good. Okay, I think a lot of you got the answer already. So I'm going to continue, okay? So what is the answer? I see some of you got 285, some of you put 286. Most of you put 286. There's one number that was 300 plus. Okay, a bit off maybe. Let me just make sure you... Someone got 137 for some reason. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of numbers. Okay, so let's give it a shot, okay? The timer is almost up. Okay, almost up. Are you all done? Are you all done? Okay, time's up. Okay, ready? Let's start. So the first 12 numbers, okay? Sorry about that, guys. The first 12 numbers of a repeated sequence is shown below. What is the sum of the first 130 numbers? Step one, what do we do? We gotta analyze the whole pattern and we gotta look for the pattern. What is the one that repeats? 5302, 5302, very obvious, right? So it's just 5302, right? That's the thing that keeps repeating. Step one, what is the number of numbers or number of numerals in this case in one group, right? So there are 4. There are 4 of them per group, correct? Per group, there's 4. So they're asking you for the first 113 numbers, and they're asking you for the sum of them. That means we're going to find all of the total. So step one, let's find the sum of one group. What's happening to my... Oh my goodness, okay. The sum of one group. So the sum of one group, right, guys, is simply adding the numbers, the first four numbers, 5 plus 3 plus 0 plus 2. This one you all should have got an answer, no problem. 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 0 is 8 plus 2 is 10. One group, there are 10. Correct? Now, we can ask ourselves, 113 numbers, yes? So how many groups do we have? 113 divided by 10. Right? 113 divided by 10 will give you what? It will give you, wait, let me just make sure you have this. Today, my answer sheet are all very, very wrong. I read wrongly, sorry, divided by 4. No wonder, I thought I was wrong. I thought the answer sheet was wrong. 113 divided by 4, what do I get? Let me just get the calculator. 113 divided by 4 is 28 remainder something, right? So 28 remainder, 28 times 4 is 112. 112 remainder 1, that means, okay? 112 to 113 is 1 only. So remainder 1. So what does that mean? I've got how many groups, guys? I've got 28 groups. And each group, the sum is 10. So let's find those ones first. So 28 multiplied by 10 will give me the answer of 280. Okay? And the next number, because there's a remainder 1, let's say we finish all the 28 groups, there is still one more digit, and the first digit after that will be 5. So the answer will be 280 plus 5. The answer is 285. That was easy. Yeah.
That was easy. And his name is John C.
Let's go. Okay, so good job. So a lot of you, your answer was 286. I saw that. Okay. So where did I get the 5 on the last step? The 5 is here, guys. The 5 is here, right? Is the first number. Because I said remainder 1, right? So remainder 1 means what? It means that it is the one digit right after the group. And the final group, let's say this is the 28th group, for example, right? The number after that, right after that, remainder 1 would be 5. Yes, correct. Okay, you'll get it. So a lot of you got 286. I saw. You know, don't cheat. It's 285. Okay, don't change answer last minute. Okay, so get it, That was easy. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, we gotta speed up a bit, or else we won't be able to finish the patterns. Let's go for this one. Whoa! Now this one, it looks a lot more intimidating, right? The first 28 numbers of a number pattern is given below. What is the 509th number in the sequence? Now this one is a different question because why? They're not asking for the sum of the numbers. They're asking you what is the 509th number. I'm not gonna do it with you because I suspect that you all are smart enough to do it. So let me just give you about 2 minutes to solve it. And then from there, I will explain, okay? So 2 minutes starts now. You may use a calculator, no problem. All right, time's up. Okay, let's take a look at the answers that you all got. Okay, let me see. A lot of you say 3. Let's give it a shot. Some of you say 0. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so the answer. Okay, let me go through with you. Okay, so the first 28 numbers. So let's step 1 as usual. Look for the pattern. Okay, just sometimes by reading it out, it can actually be easier. 1007311 1007311. So I suspect it's here. 1007311 1007311. Correct? 1007311. That's correct, right? So that will be your sequence. Now take a look. This sequence, how many numbers are there in this sequence? 1007311. There are 7 digits or 7 numerals, right? So there's 7 of them. So it's a bit different. We're going to divide by 7 to find out which digit is it in the sequence. So 509 divide by 7, first step. Let's find out how many groups do we have. Let's put it in the calculator. We get 72. 72 times 7 is what? Let me just check. Multiply. Okay, so 72 times 7 will give me 504, right? So I've got remainder of 5. Get it? So what does that mean? It means that I've got 72 groups of these patterns. Yeah. And what do I do now? I need to make sure, guys, that we have 5 more. The number 509 will be the 5 more after the group. There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Answer is 3. So a lot of you got answer 3, right? So the answer is 3 is correct. Good job. Awesome.
That was easy.
Very good. Okay. Yeah, so don't put in the decimal point, okay? Don't put decimal point. Yes. So Lina, I saw you said you never read question properly. So remember, always start by reading the question. As usual, I noticed that a lot of you are not reading the question properly. So no matter what, even when I'm doing my own exam, I always read the question and highlight some stuff. Okay, that will make my mind very, very hypersensitive, very, very aware of what's happening. Okay, those of you who got the answer wrong, you got a second chance to get this correct. The first 28 numbers of a number pattern is given below. What is the 472nd number in the sequence? 2 minutes starts now. Let's go. Set, go. Oh, you all so far got answer already. Sure not. 1 more minute. Wilda AJ, please don't spam. Just put your answer once is enough, okay? Thank you. All right, so I see a lot of you got the answer already. Okay, so what's the answer? Simple, right? The answer is 1. Yeah, good job. A lot of you got the answer correct. I pressed the wrong button. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I know some of you are like, what was that? If you have TikTok, then you'll know what that is, lah. That's what it was. Okay, let's just have some fun. Okay, so anyway, let's continue. Okay, so step one, what do we do, guys? We gotta look at the question and take a look at the pattern. So what is the pattern? 22014, 22014. You see, when I read it, it's very obvious. 22014, 22014, 22014. So in this group, we have how many guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 digits. So I'll go faster a bit because now by now you should be able to do it. 472 divided by 5. Wait, 5 or 6? 22014. Wait a minute. Did I write something wrongly? I pressed some. My mistake. My mistake. One more time. 22014. I realized there was an extra 2 here. Sorry. So 22014. 2. Oh, that was a tricky one. I almost got it wrong. Okay. So there are 6 digits in this particular sequence. Pattern, I mean. So 22014 is the pattern. So 472 would be divided by 6 digits, right? There are 6 digits altogether here. So we'll find the answer of 78. Okay, remainder 4. Okay, once you do your math, you should be able to get there. 78, remainder 4. So what does that mean? The answer would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer will be 1. Ta-da! Good job. The answer is 1.
That was easy.
Good job. Wait, hold on. I want to play some other song. I know you all haven't heard this.
It's over 9,000!
Okay. All right. Okay, the answer is, wait, some of you got 6. Okay, 6 is correct. Let me, sorry. So answer is 1. 1. Okay, answer is 1. Not 2, answer is 1. So be careful because such things will really throw you off. Okay, number 5. We are very close to the end. The last 2 are quite exciting. Not really exciting, but a lot more fun than this one. You got remainder 6. Huh? Are you sure? Wait, hold on. Let me take a look. 472 divide by 6, right? I'll get 78 groups. 78 groups multiplied by 6 will give me 468. 469, 470, 471, 472. There should be remainder 4. Is correct. Okay. So I repeat one more time in case you're not sure how I get remainder 4 is 78 times 6. I will get 468, right? That means the 78 groups of 6 will give me 468. But I've got a remainder because the number is supposed to be 472. So minus 468, I've got 4, and that becomes my remainder 4. Okay. Okay, let's try this question, guys. Number 5. Let's go. 2 minutes starts now. Okay, so I'm starting to see some answers already. The answers are very, very far away. So, I give you guys got 1 more minute, guys. Don't rush. Don't rush. I'm watching a bit too much TikTok recently. Cannot. I should remind myself I'm a 32-year-old man. I'm not a 13-year-old kid. Excuse me. Okay, I think it's almost up. Yep, thumbs up. Okay, so let's check the answer, guys. The first 11 numbers of a number pattern are given below. How many number 8? How many number 8? How many number 8s? I guess the question should be number 8s are there in the first 130 numbers. So step 1, as usual, we're going to look at the question and look and analyze what is the pattern. 8108, 8108, 8108, right? So that means that the pattern is 8108, 8108, yeah? So, excuse me, it happens every 4 digits. So in one group, there are what? There are 4 of them, yes? So if there are 130 numbers, we have to divide by 4. But remember, the question is asking you how many number 8s are there inside, right? So if you look at the first group, right, guys, there are only 2 8s in one group. So we are looking for the number 8. So we only have 2 8s. We have 2 8s in one group. So that means I have to look for the number of groups and then I can find out how many 8s there are. So step 1, when you do it, 130 divide by what? In one group, there are 4. So 130 divided by 4 will give me the answer of, okay, let me put into my calculator. 130 divided by 4, 32.5, 32 and a half. So that means 32 lah, right? 32. Okay, remember I told you, how do I find the remainder? I take the 32, I multiply it back by 4. 32 times 4 will give me 128. So 129 is the remainder 1, 130 is remainder 2, 131, 132. I got remainder. Wait. I went a bit too far. 129, 130. Sorry, wait, a bit too excited. So remainder 2. Get it? So 130 divided by 4 is 32 groups, remainder 2. I've got 32 groups of 4 digits, and in each group, there are 2 8s. Since you're asking for the number 8, 32 groups will have how many 8? If each group, there are 2 8s, in 32 groups, there will be 32 times 2. There will be 64 number 8s, right? However, don't forget, there is a remainder 2, guys. Remainder 2 means that I have what? I have to add in my next digit is 8, and my next digit after that is 1. I still have one more 8 to account for, to calculate. So the answer will be 64 plus 1. The answer will be 65. All right, I saw a lot of you got the answer 65, so good job. Awesome, guys.
That was easy.
Let's go. All right, so getting a bit rocky there. If you've never heard of Rocky, that's a Rocky theme song. Your parents confirm no one. Okay. All right, let's give it a shot. Next question, number 6. Again, let's give you 2 minutes. All right, so I see some of you got the answer, an answer, not the answer, but an answer. You got 30 more seconds to solve this question. I see there's two main answers. One was 80 and the other is 120. I'll give you a clue. One of them is wrong. Okay, so some people are saying 80, some people are saying 120. Okay, time's up. Time's up. Okay, let's check. Okay, so the first 12 numbers of a number pattern are given below. How many number trees are there in the first 200 numbers? Step one, what do we do? We got to analyze the pattern. 1, 3, 3, 3. 1, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3. I see the three trees, right? So I suspect that this one will be here. Let's check. 1, 3, 3, 3, 1. 1, 3, 3, 3, 1. That's right? So that would be the actual answer. That would be the pattern, sorry. So there'll be 1, 3, 3, 3, 1. Then it's repeat. So be careful about that. So let's take a look. In one pattern, how many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 digits, right? And they're asking you how many threes are there in the first 200 numbers. So in each of these groups, how many threes are there? 1, 2, 3, right? So there are 3 threes. Okay. So the first 200 numbers, so let's divide them. It should be quite simple, this one, because the exact multiple, 200 divided by 5. That will give you 40, right? That means there are 40 groups. Exactly. There's no remainder whatsoever, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 40 multiplied by each group having 3 threes. So the answer would be 120. Good job to all of those of you who got the answer correct.
That was easy. Excellent.
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 Oh, that's a new one.
Excellent.
See, I downloaded some new sounds, I guess, for you guys. So anyway, I want to know, those of you who got 80, right? How did you get it? What was the mistake? I saw like a few people getting 80. Can you all answer? I saw Z and Andre getting 80. I saw Balkis, Adlina. Can one of you tell me, how did you get 80? Strange. Excellent. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, we are gonna move on into the more fun stuff. This will be the next one, which is our, what's that called? Our PSLE questions. Yeah, so these are from the PSLE itself. This one. I've seen this question so many times, I almost puke whenever I see it. Okay. Okay, so this question is actually not that difficult, but it's also a bit trickier. Okay, so I'm going to help you by reading this properly. A roll of ribbon is made up of white. Okay, be careful, that's white. There's gray, and there are also black segments. Okay, so I know whether you all can see it, but from my end, I can see that it's very clear. They even told you that, hey, look, this is gray, right? This is gray. Yeah. So there's one white, there's one gray, there's one white. Now this one is black. Okay, this one is black. Oops, where did I P? B. Okay, so just to let you all know, if you cannot see, this is gray. I'll write for you, okay? Why am I writing in capital letter? So gray, that's white, that's gray, that's white, that's black, okay? That's gray, that's white, that's gray, that's white, that's black, that's gray. Okay, so I'll help you by writing down all the stuff first, okay? Now we read the question. A piece of ribbon 60 centimeters long is cut from the roll. Okay, so there's a roll of ribbon, right? So in that piece, how many gray segments are there, right? How many gray segments are there? So read the question properly. Okay, I will give you, let's see, can you do it in 2 minutes? Okay, let's give you 2 minutes. Starting now. How you got answer already? Are you sure or not? That was fast. Wow, how are you all getting the answer so fast, guys? Either you're really smart or I train you very well. I would like to think it's the second one. Okay, man, let's just give some time for those of them who are still doing. In the meantime, me pan, zoo, 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 zoo. Me pan, I got something, yum, yum, yum. Me pan, zoo, 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 zoo. Very good, guys, very good. I see you all are getting better answers. Okay, I shall stop lah because I think a lot of you got the answers already. Yay! You said you train us very well. That is great. And to that, I shall say one thing and only one thing.
Excellent. Excellent.
One more time.
Excellent.
Okay, excellent. Good job. I think almost all of you got the answer 24, right? So the answer is 24, okay? But why? Some of you still did not get the answer. So let's just check, okay? So step one, what you do, we analyze the pattern. Now, sometimes it's very difficult to see, right? So that's why I write it down for you. I wrote down for you white, gray, white, black, gray, white, black, gray, right? See, you can even hear it in my voice. White, gray, white, black, gray, white, black, gray, right? So that would be our pattern, white, black, gray. So every 5. So because one group, right, there are 5, correct? So what we'll do is we'll take 60 centimeters. And remember, one side is 1 centimeter. So we divide by 5. When we divide by 5, we will get the answer of 12. That means there are 12 groups of 5. When they ask you how many gray segments there are, notice that there are 2 gray segments in each group. So the answer will just be 12 multiplied by 2. The answer will be 24. Okay, so good job to all of them who got, no, all of you, sorry, who got the answer correct.
That was easy.
Adrian says, you sound just like the llama. Thanks, Adrian. Thank you. Okay, so thanks, Isaac, for liking my singing as well. Me pan. So, correct. Those of you who got the answer, very, very good. Excellent. All right, so let's move on. I think this is my last question, guys, and we have about 20 minutes. So maybe I'll throw in some extra bonus questions for you. Let you all try this first. Okay, let me just take a look. Is there any question that I can throw in for you that is number patterns? Okay, hold on. Number patterns. Na, 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 na. Oh, sorry, I forgot that I haven't muted myself. Wow, some of you got the answer so fast. That's amazing. Okay, I see some of you got the answer wrong. So 28. Those of you who got 28, right? The answer is incorrect. Oops, sorry. Those of you who got 28, the answer is incorrect. Yeah, this is also a PSLE question, I guess. So whoever got 28, please try again. Tell me what's the correct answer. You've got about 30 more seconds. Maybe we can look at a PSLE question, yeah? Let me just look for a number pattern PSLE question, not the one, the 2019 one, because 2019 I've taught you guys a lot of times already. I mean, some of you here especially. PSLE 2018, can I find 2018? I can't really find it. That's okay, I'll find something else. Okay, so I think it's almost done. Oh yeah, I'm going to put 2 hours instead of 2 minutes. No wonder the time's not up. Okay, the answer is, the time is up. Okay, so the answer is actually 26. So those of you got it correct, good job.
That was easy.
Okay, let's start.
Hey, look at Randy Orton slithering. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's begin. Good job to all of you got it right. Let me go through with you how to find this answer. A string of beads is partly covered by a piece of cloth as shown, okay? So there are 2 white beads between every 2 black beads. So you see there are 2 white between every 2 black, right? So altogether there are 14 black beads. Now some of you who answered 28, the answer is wrong because I know why. Because you found okay, let me show you what I mean. You all know for certain, right? It is black, white, white, black, white, white, black, and so on and so forth, right? And the pattern repeats itself, right? Remember that it starts with black, white, white, right? However, at the end, after it's being blocked by all this, right? The last one is supposed to end with black, white, white, but it ends with a black. That means our pattern has been broken. There is an extra 1 over there, okay? So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I want to imagine for a while. They say there are 14, right? There are 14 black beads. The last one over here, let's kick it out of the system. Kick it out of the pattern first. So if there's 14, right, there's only 13 of them that is actually, how to say, that's being one of the pattern. So 14 minus 1. Okay, step 1. So we got 13 groups, right? Because the last one is just a remainder. So if there are 13 groups, and in each group, there are how many white? There are 2, right? That means all we have to do, guys, is take 13 multiplied by 2. And the answer will give you, and that will give you 26, which is the answer. Okay, that's one way to do it. Another way to do it, right, guys, is that you can also think of it as, you know, those questions where they have like, I got, you know, 2 flowers in between 2 trees, for example, right? So it's in between 2 things. And if I have 14, right, 14 particular, what's it called, 14 trees, how many flowers do I have? That means you're looking for the spaces. So 14 minus 1, 13 groups of spaces. 13 multiplied by 2 flowers, you still get 26. So this is how we can do it another way, right? So there's both methods will work, no problem, okay? Now, before, don't go and draw the beads, guys, okay? Some people say you go and draw the beads. Don't go and draw, because if you draw, I mean, in this case, there's 26. There's so many of them. And let's say even if you do like, what's the word? If you do, how do I say this? If you draw, let's say that you 100 beads, are you going to draw 100 beads? No, right? So, of course not. Okay, let me just take a look. Isaac, don't understand. Don't understand still, is it? Okay, so very quickly, I explain one more time. think of it as this is a pattern, right? It's a pattern. So we go black, white, white, black, white, white, black, right? White, white, so on and so forth, right? So what is the pattern? The pattern happens every 3. Black, white, white, one group. Black, white, white, one group. Black, white, white, one group. So they are saying that they are all together, don't know how many, but at the end there are, you can see from here, right? I just copy right now for you, okay? So black, white, white, black, white, white, black, right? So that means that the last one over here is just by itself, right? It is actually extra lah, right? It's not supposed to be there. It's not part of a, there's no white beads that are attached to it. So if there are 14, right, doesn't mean it's 14 times 2, because 14 black, the last black one does not have any white after it. Therefore, we take the -1 first. So we get 13 black beads with 2 white beads combined. Okay, so the answer will be 13 times 2, 26. All right, that's it. All right, let's move on to the next question. So before we move on, guys, we've got about last 10 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to give you a bonus question because we have 10 more minutes. Can you please do me a favor? I only see 98 likes. Come on, there's 120 of you here. Come on, like the video, please. Send some love. Go and share the video. How many shares only? Come on, guys. The share is not going to cost you anything, okay? So with that in mind, I'm going to give you a special question, okay? If you please do me a favor, please like, please share. I'm going to give you a special question that comes from my intensive program. Now, this intensive program actually is a very expensive program. It's like $1,500 per month, not per month, per program, right? So I think some of your parents have actually been told about this, but I think it might be a bit off the budget. So it's okay. I'm going to share with you these things for free, no problem, right? Just one lah. Let me just share with you one of them. Okay, number patterns. Number patterns. Where's my number patterns? Yeah, I do have. Let me just take out this one back. Okay, I'm going to add it here into this thing. This is my PSLE intensive week 4. Yes, correct. Jaira, that's the one that you're in. Okay, so while it's loading, guys, give me a second. Let it load. Please share, please like it. Okay, the more you share, the more people will benefit from it who are watching this program. Okay, very good. We are left with only 30 more days. No, not even that, 28 days. Oh my goodness, so close. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much, guys, for liking and sharing. Really appreciate it, okay? Let's hope this thing loads faster. In the meantime, I shall sing for you. Mi pan, zoo, 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 zoo. Mi pan. All right, done. Too bad. See, the thing started already. Okay, so I'm going to show you one of the things that's very important that was not shown in this Back to Basics program. I want to show you how to do a basic addition kind of pattern. So there's quad patterns. There is this one, equal gaps. Okay, this is the one that is the most important. I'm going to show you a trick. Okay, this trick is really, really useful. Okay, for example, guys, let me show you what I mean. Please ignore the figure number and difference thing. I got a faster method to do this. So even to ignore all this also, okay? There's a faster method. Okay, watch. Which of these patterns, number of tables, where is it? Sorry. Figure 1, number of tables is 1, number of chairs is 2. Figure 2, number of tables is 2, number of chairs is 6. Figure 3, number of tables is 3, number of chairs is 8. Now, what do you notice about the number of tables? The number of tables and the figure number is actually the same, right? The same. So there's nothing much, right? It's very simple. If I want to find figure number 10, right, the number of tables will be 10, yeah? So, however, the number of chairs is following what we call an equal gaps pattern. Equal gap pattern basically means there is a gap of equal numbers between them. So 4 plus 2 gets you 6, 6 plus 2 gets you 8, 8 plus 2 should get you 10. But the problem is, how do we find out what is it for figure number 10? Let me show you a very, very easy shortcut, okay? The easiest shortcut I can think of that I found out, not from a teacher or from anyone, but from a student, or my own student, okay? Who discovered this pattern. Okay, watch. Only works for equal gap pattern. Okay, watch. Step 1, you gotta ask yourself, what is, let's say if there was a figure 0, for example. Okay, if there's a figure 0, number of tables would be 0, right? But what will be the number of chairs? That means we gotta work backwards. That means something plus 2 will give you 4, right? So what is something plus 2 give you 4? The answer will be, there will be 2 chairs, right? 2 plus 2 will give you 4. And then you write it down first. So at 2. Okay. Then you put plus, because why? There's a plus here, right? Plus 2. Then you just put the letter N. Okay, what does N mean? N refers to the figure number. So let me show you a magic trick. Not magic trick, but this is the magic, okay? So if I ask you, what were the number of chairs at figure number 3? So what you do, guys, is algebra basically. You take N equals to 3. Okay, then what happens? You change the letter N, you substitute it inside here, right? So it becomes 2 plus 2 times 3. What is 2 plus 2 times 3? It is 2 plus 6. And that answer would be 8. Voila. Get it? So I repeat, all you have to do is put number inside. One more time. What would it be for number 10? Okay, let's see. What would it be for number 10? So we would sub in 2 plus 2 times 10. So the answer will be 2 plus 20, which is 22. Ta-da! Okay, you get it? So I'll show you one more time. Okay, let me ask whether you're all okay or not. Let me see. Okay, good. So let me just show you another method. Let me show you another example. Okay. Okay, let's see this one. You can see that number of squares, okay, based on the pattern here. Number of squares, 3, 5, 7. So obvious 3, 5, 7. You plus what? Plus 2, right? Plus 2, right? It's very obvious. It will be plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. Correct? Plus 2. So that means that this will be what? Number 9. This will be number 11, right? No problem. So they ask you, find the number of toothpicks for figure 50. So I'm separate. So I'm going to change the question, okay? Find the number of squares, just to see whether you all understand. Find the number of squares needed for figure number 50. Okay, this will be our last question for the day. Can you please try? Find the number of squares needed for figure number 50. Let me know what's your answer. Guys, you all are answering the wrong question. I just said, I changed the question. Find the number of squares needed for figure number 50. Okay, some of you are putting in 101. Some of you are putting in 110, right? Let me just give you some time to try it out. Okay, so I see there's two answers that I see. A group of you are saying 101. Another group of you are saying 110. So let me show you the shortcut again, okay? So step 1, what do? We ask ourselves, if there was a figure 0, what will the number of squares be, right? So something plus 2 will give me 3. So the number would be 1. So that will be our pattern. It will be 1, okay? Then we take the whatever number that we plus with, which is plus 2, right? Plus 2. We put plus 2. And then we put the letter N at the back. That's all. That's the secret. The secret sauce is take the number, which is figure 0, which is 1. Then you add the plus 2, whatever you're adding to. Then you put the letter N. Okay, simple. Now what do? All you have to do is sub in the value. So if I say if N, which is the figure number, is figure number 50, what would it be? It will be 1 plus 2 multiplied by 50. So the answer will be 101. Ta-da! You get it? So good job, those of you got the answer correct. That is awesome. Okay, so that's it, right? So I think some of you, I know how y'all get 110. I'm not too sure how you get 110, guys. Can you please let me know how you get 110? So let's just do one last one. Okay, let's do one last one just to show you how to get it. I'm not going to give you a difficult one. Let's do a simple pattern. Okay, let's say the number is, let me think of a number. 5, 8, 11, 14, blah 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 blah. Right? Okay, so that's figure number 1, pattern 1. Let's call it figure 1. Okay, figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, figure 4, so on and so forth. Okay, can you tell me what is the number? Let's say it's a number of books lah, example. Okay, number of books. Figure number 1 is 5, 8, 11, 14. Can you tell me what is the number of books for figure number 20? Okay, last question for the day. Let's give it a shot. The new method is very simple, guys. Remember to you, you just take the Isaac, just take the what if the figure 0, then take the plus whatever, the equal gap, then put an n at the back. That's it. Future auntie is asking me, Coach Saiful, are you willing to replace me on the day of PSLE? The answer is no. You prefer, oh, Reese is here. Reese, you say you prefer the other method. Okay, sure, you can do it that as well. I find it's a lot more easier actually, yeah, to be honest. Okay, so some of you got the answer already. Very good. Okay, so what's the pattern again? Step 1 is we look for figure 0, right? Then we see the pattern is you keep adding 3, right? You keep adding 3. So what do we do, guys? We ask ourselves, if it was a figure 0, what would it start with? What plus 3 gives you 5? The answer will be 2. 2 plus 3 gives you 5. So the pattern is, we start with the first number, which is 2. We see the pattern is plus 3. Then we add the letter n at the back, right? So for figure 20 is if n equals to 20, that means we change this letter n with a 20, we will get 2 plus 3. 3n means 3 times n, which is 3 times 20. So the answer to this question is 62. Yes, very good. I see a lot of you got the answer correct. Very, very good. I'm very happy because this is very, very secret technique. Okay, good job. So those of you who are faster, you can get this method, no problem. All right, that's it, guys, for today. Thank you very much for watching. Do me a favor, if you haven't liked, haven't shared, please like and share. Thank you very much. This video will be up on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Once it is done processing, that will be most probably tomorrow. Those of you sitting for the PSLE, good luck for your, no, not PSLE, prelims. Good luck for your prelims. I hope to see you guys next week. We've got 2 more lessons. I think I'll fit that in with problem sums, okay, so that you all get to practice on problem sums as well. We are done with all the topics. So I will see you guys next week. Thank you very much. Everyone just drop me a, say bye-bye. Bye. Say bye-bye. Thank you. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Bye-bye. See you all next week, okay?